Am I live? I'm typing to you. Typing to you now. Maybe the streak continues. Let me know. If I'm live, I'm going to read a little bit of what I wrote this morning. It appears that I'm live. Wrote this morning. Brilliant idea, William. That's the thing with William. Man, he knows his stuff. So I think it might be a data issue. As I mentioned, apologize. I have like 3 or 4 videos that I've uploaded that just aren't making their way through. I've read what I wrote this morning. All right, something seems to be uploading, so maybe something's working. William says, nope, working here. You're a genius, William. Seriously, you are. Thank you so much. Sissy, thanks for being here. Sissy, did you get my Who reference? Tommy, when I said, do you guys see me? Do you hear me? I thought out of everyone, you'd be the one that would get that. Hey, Commander Alpha Turkey. So we're not going to be long. 10-minute live stream. Just enough to keep the streak going. Sissy says, I saw it. Cross says, you're live? I am live. Thanks to William. Thanks to William and Sissy. He both suggested that. So I think I might be like out of data. William, do you think that sounds like that could be the problem of why it was grainy last night and why I'm having an issue? I checked my data and it said it's on very low. I made an early payment, but I might order extra data. You know, can always use a little extra data in your back pocket. You never know. You might be walking down the path, whistling a happy song. Someone comes by and says, hey, man, you got any extra data that you could spare? I'm like, sure. I just updated. I got oodles of data. I got data like coming out of my ears. Have some. Take it. It's free. Data should be free. Data means information, right? You can't store information. You can only give it away. Anna says, good morning, Yogi. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, Anna. I'm really glad I did make it. I would have missed you guys. I would have missed you guys a lot. Let's see. One says, if you're out of data, then it could result in a slower upstream. But I want to see it to be certain. I don't think you need it. All right. Well, how soon can you be here, William? It also says, who do I think we're discussing data in a back pocket in 2025? Oh, I predicted this back in 1994. Let's see. William says, honestly, I feel in general there has been a slow connection from YouTube. Could be regional issue with data centers and not your own data. Oh, yeah. I don't want to blame my own data. I blame big data. I blame big data. Where it says, right now, your imagery is coming across fine. That's because I'm holding my imagery together with sheer force of mind, yogic mind control powers. That's why I'm squinting my eyes. We'll see if Kat makes it over. She might not. She might not have noticed. So I'm going to read what I wrote this morning. I wonder if people can relate, is the question. I'm still going to try to add data, like $10 if I'm able to. So because I made my payment early, maybe that extra data already kicked in. You know, maybe I'm running on extra data right now. Maybe I'm running on fresh data. Solskjaer says, in 1995, I took a CRT, computer related technology class. Did it pay off? Has anything you learned in 1995 been helpful in 2025? In 1995, I got drunk. The entire year, 1995. From 1989 to 1999, I got drunk. I took some college classes in between and got drunk. That's what I was supposed to do. I was a tortured artist. I was a poet unable to fit in with society. Um, I had an artist girlfriend for a decade, um, and both of us were living that outcast artist lifestyle. What I didn't realize was how completely useless that actually was. She realized that much sooner than I did and had the good sense to break up with me. She had the bad sense to get back together with me. She had the good sense to break up with me again, and so went the 90s. Um, until we parted company for, well, never parted company. We still communicate on a limited basis from time to time. William says that would take me 15 hours to get there. I'll have the pancakes and coffee waiting for you. Liquid data. Why did that start making me thinking of the Beverly Hills theme song? Beverly Hillbilly theme song. Hi, you beautiful animals. Says Still Stars. Santa, thank you for making it. All right, I'm going to read what I wrote this morning. I've been messing up, guys. By messing up means I've been trying to figure things out. That's never good. It's never good for me to try to figure anything out because it's not going to happen. I'm not meant to figure things out. Neither are you. 1995, best year ever. I remember every single second of it. Kat says, time to go. Well, you made it just in time to go. All right, let me read this real quick. And we'll see if we can make a little sense of it. I wrote it this morning, a little less lonely. Thinking about my life at this age and with whatever ambition that's left in me. And what I find as I seriously consider this inquiry is loneliness. A subtle sense of being slightly set apart from the world and wishing to connect in a truly meaningful way. Yet this actually feels like a gift to me, as if everything has led me to this point and all I have to do is allow myself to surrender to this moment. So that little ambition that's left is to give myself away, completely so, being present to whatever life offers at this moment, without manipulation nor demands, to just be, to just be, to just be. And if I find you here, with me, present, it's to help you feel a little less lonely too. To help you feel a little less lonely too. I've been spending some time, again, trying to figure things out. What am I supposed to do about this? What am I supposed to do about this situation and that situation? I'm not supposed to do anything. Not now, not at this point in my life. The busyness is over. The grand ambition is done. Kat says, I love that. Thank you, Yogi. I love you. I love you too. Thank you. Thank you, Kat. I don't have to figure everything out. Why should I? And what is there to figure out? There are plenty of people in the world who want to go out and make something of themselves. I always found that an odd expression. How can you make something of yourself? You already are. Complete. Everything you need to be, you actually are. Hey, Gladiator. Man, I'm sorry to hear that, Gladiator. I know how tough it is for you. Well, it says all we can learn is learn by doing. So it occurred to me this morning, again, I need do nothing. Just show up. Show up here on YouTube if I'm called to show up here on YouTube and if my internet connection allows me to show up here on YouTube. And to love myself and whoever appears in each moment. To love myself and whoever appears each moment. To love myself as I am without needing to manipulate it, without saying I'm broken. You know, I've been judging myself a lot lately without realizing it. Very subtle. I'm not enough. I can never make things work because I have this issue and that issue, and man, I don't have anything. These are just things appearing. I don't need to do anything. Carl says we're all broken. You know what? I'm going to go back to the late, great Leonard Cohen. Everything has a crack in it. Everything is broken because that's how the light gets in. Who are we without that judgment of being broken and not being broken? Do I have too much stuff, too much baggage, too much whatever to have a meaningful relationship with anything or anyone, including myself, including the world? Absolutely not, because I don't need to do anything. It's okay to just be me, because I don't even know who I am. Does that make sense? Am I talking nonsense? If I'm talking nonsense, it's not me. It's because I have a bad internet connection. It's not me. It's my data. I'm making perfect sense. It's the data. It's muffling my message. Sosur says we don't need to have it all figured out, Yogi Eric. We rarely ever have anything figured out. When we plan, God laughs. Absolutely. Thank you, Sissy. You know what? It's such a subtle trap that we fall into, even after years. Hey, Funny Media, I was talking about you the other day. And I was thinking about you too. Vamps, how are you? We're only going to talk for another minute or so. I was late getting on. I apologize. It's a very subtle trap. And I find myself drawn in even after all this time. I wish I didn't. But it's okay. Hey, Sahil. Sahil says, "So, sir, how are you?" I'm doing okay, my friend. Hey, Gladiator, I hope everything is safe for you. That's my only hope. Kat says, there you go, thinking that you can put your thoughts on somebody or something. Internet. When ideas leave not their source. If I didn't know any better, I would sense that Kat is wagging her finger at me. I would sense that Kat is doing a soma. Don't you know? William says, you're all enough as you are. Hey, William, does that include you? Can you include that? Can you include yourself in that as well? I'll make a deal with you. I'll include myself in that if you include yourself in that. So, here I was cruising along, feeling good, thinking everything is all right. And then I start thinking. Always a mistake. You guys should warn me. Oh, Vamp says, Eric McCarty, everyone knows who Vamp says. I'm not hiding. Well, good morning, Goldie. And I have to stress how subtle it is. You find yourself slipping back into that like it's a well-worn pair of slippers. It feels comfortable. Stepping back into that identity of, I'm too messed up. I'm too whatever. The amazing thing is, like I said, I pretty much thought I had left that largely behind. But then, life happens. But, what I wrote that this morning, it's okay to be whatever you are. It's even okay to have these feelings. Goldie says, yes, because we walked that road before again and again. Absolutely. It's a well-tread path. Familiar, easy to step on, and before you know it, there you are again. I found myself concerned. What if I'm not enough? What if I'm too messed up? What if I'm just too me? What if I'm too yogi-ish? You ever wake up in the morning and think, what if I'm too yogi-ish? I know you guys have. Everyone has. Hey, Jessica Gamer. Staying up all night. Well, I've been up since 2:15. Goni says we have to train our minds to choose a new path. You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. As you so often are. So William says you don't have to be anything more than you as you simply are. I agree. The problem is we have not spent any time in our life trying to figure out who we are. We've inherited false sense of beliefs in who we should be, and we try to live up to that, and then we think that's who we are. You know, the entirety of yoga and the first 100 or so lessons in A Course in Miracles is to strip you away of who you think you are. And as Goldie said, retrain your thinking to know who you truly are. And that takes time. It might take over 30 years. That's okay, because these are important lessons. The right teacher came to me right now, the last day, to trigger that I'm not enough, even after all that time. And it was so vital and important for me to see that. So that I can relax again. And just as I wrote this morning, isn't it enough? Is there any greater ambition than just wanting someone else to feel a little less lonely too? A little less lonely too. Isn't that enough? Do I need any greater ambition than that? As I read yesterday in lesson 122, Kat says, hey, I'd really like to talk today. So I'll reach out when I get a break and see if you're free. Thank you. Is that the proper response? Thank you. I think it is. I'm grateful. I'm grateful for every moment I get to spend with all of you. Man, I'm grateful for an extra moment with Kat. I almost said Cat and Jack, which made me think I really would be grateful for a dog. Just not sure I can get one right now, but I would be grateful for a dog. I'm not saying a dog would make me complete. I feel pretty complete, but a dog would make me smile right now in this moment. Unlike my cat. No offense to my cat. She's not making me smile. She's making me get up and feed her before I go out for my walk, which I have to do. Goldie says, so be thankful for who you are and be thankful that you are. Thank you, Goldie. I am. I just had an off moment. You know what I mean? I went off-roading. I blame it on the data and my cats. Solstice says, Yoga Mites Unite. We dig being yogi-ish. Well, let's all be yogi-ish together. Well, says, agreed, Eric. Sissy says, a crowd a little of this rising yogi. Sometimes I feel lonely too. So, you know what? I love what Rumi says in Love Dogs, the wonderful poem Love Dogs. Our loneliness is our connection. We push it away and we say when we shouldn't be. I don't want to be. Our loneliness is our connection. It means that we somehow believe that we have stepped aside from God, that we've stepped aside from the universe, and that we've stepped aside from each other. Kat says, well, we could skip Asheville. I could make you some coffee, and I would share Jack with you. That sounds perfectly awesome. I should give fair warning. I only drink 1 cup of coffee a day. I love coffee. I wish I could drink it all day. I used to. Not all day, but up until like 1 o'clock, I'd have, maybe 3, maybe 4 cups of coffee. Go to the bookstore, I would sit and have a cup of coffee, and man, I love going to the bookstore. I knew everyone that worked there. I wrote my first book in that bookstore and dedicated it to the people who worked there because they were just so kind. But now I only have one sleep issues, but that 1 cup of coffee is treasured. It's become a ritual. Coffee, coffee, writing, and Cat and Jack would be like. Would anything be better? Probably not. Hey, Nacho Daddy, how are you, my friend? It's been a few days. Hey, Sissy, I cried a bit this morning too. So maybe we connected in that little sense of loneliness. Maybe. I'd like to think so. Soulstar says coffee at a bookstore sounds like a fun speed date. It does. I've actually, in my dating days, took many people to that bookstore. I was showing off a bit, you know, taking a date to the bookstore and then walking down, everyone that works there saying hi to you, like you're a minor celebrity, and then glancing over to the side and said, "Oh, one of my books there on the bookshelf. I didn't see that." And of course, you arrange it just so. Map says, same applies to you. You might have your flaws, but go back and see you are the best version of yourself. Thank you, Goldie. Goldie has been a truly, truly awesome friend. Guess we're going on 2 years, right, Goldie? I'm monetized because of Goldie. I gave Goldie great, great praise once, helping me get monetized. She listened to me 24/7. And I said, man, can you imagine how much yogi time that is, listening to me 24/7? And Goldie put me right in my place and says, it's not like I had the volume up, which is a valid point. Sissy says, no, maybe about it. Connection is undeniable. It is. It says, never dated, don't plan it. I'm happy in my solitude. You want to know an amazing thing, William? You can share your solitude. Goldie says, yes, we are. Now stop buttering me up. I will never stop buttering you up. As I love showing you how important you are to me. The amazing thing, I'll close on this message, was as I wrote and I talked about loneliness and that feeling of loneliness, and that's a hard thing for me to admit to. That we get to reinterpret what loneliness actually is. Thanks for the jewels, Sissy. We think loneliness, and man, when I hear someone's lonely, my first instinct is to rush out and put my arms around them. During the COVID pandemic, my first instinct was to put a mask on and rush out and put my arms around someone. Goldie says, to keep your word, I did make a promise to you and reach out when you're low. I will, Goldie. Hey, man, I don't know why your statement is bringing tears to my eyes right now. It literally is. Good tears. As I was writing that, when I thought loneliness, how do I write loneliness? And, how does a student of A Course in Miracles, how does a yogi write about loneliness without it sounding contradictory to what they talk about? It occurred to me, Walt Whitman. So I contradict myself, leaves the grass. So I contradict myself, so be it. I am full of contradictions. I am writ large. I am the universe itself. Because it's really not a contradiction. Sometimes we're lonely. But, again, going back to poetic language, it's the loneliness that calls out, that is our union. It is our connection. That's what Sissy says. It is our connection. No maybe about it. But it says, same here, all the way in Transylvania. All right. The sun's coming up. I got a walk ahead of me. But it says missiles are like asteroids. Uh, I know you said that, you guys are happy about it. Just be safe. Whatever you do, be safe. Sissy says, there was a time when I couldn't have family photos on display without some kind of pain or dismay. But it made me who I am today, always the highest version of ourselves. Amen to that. I love you guys. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for finding me. I wasn't sure that you would. A messed up early live stream, but hey, we're here. I'm less grainy. That's a plus, right? A little less grain, better connection. So little things in life, guys. Agape Omni love to you all. I wish you all. Thank you, Sissy. I wish you all much data. Much data today. Gap says, reach out. I will. Thank you. Thank you. All right, guys. I love you. It's kind of terrifying, but after war is always peace. I agreed. You know what I would love? Let's skip the war and go straight to peace. Take care, guys. Hey, Coffee Cake. I got to say it real quick. Coffee Cake, Love and Bish, just because I like saying it so much. Welcome, my friend. Sorry I got to rush off. But hey, I love you, my friend. And I love you, my friends.